is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, Palmer. His pass caught at the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in...
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And now it's 2nd and goal to Johnson again. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. On 3rd and goal, Palmer. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Old-time Montgomery, he might have altered some fantasy football league playoff races with what he did in Week 15 on that blustery day in Chicago. 162 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, not bad for a guy who was drafted to be a wide receiver. Played a little bit of running back at Stanford, about 220 pounds, so he's stronger and thicker than what people know. But here's the thing about him. Maybe Green Bay might start thinking about him as a long-term solution at the running back position when we thought he was just a stopgap here in 2016.
12 yards there as they move the chains. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he completes it to Jordy Nelson.
Every time we talk with a defensive coordinator, they discuss taking away the best options an offense has going into a game. And I would think that Jordy Nelson would represent one of those options you need to take away. And what did he do against Chicago? Late in the game, it's on the line, and he goes big, 60-yard play on a 3rd and 11.
And what does a healthy Jordy Nelson do for this Packers offense?
He does everything for this Packers offense. Before, we always talked about his ability to stretch a team, you know, stretch them deep. Now we're talking about his ability to do that and catch all the underneath stuff. Be that #1 receiver that opens up the field for all the rest of them.
In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. That one goes for 24 yards. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Halfback sent in motion. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And Crosby puts it through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They begin the drive with Johnson. So we've hit it. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They run again with Michael. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Adams has it complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that.
Randall Cobb on the breakaway. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, 64 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary. A nickel look. Screen play. Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to roam now. And he'll cut it to the left sideline. And he's taken down, but not before he gets us into enemy territory across the 40.
When you see a big-time run to the outside, it always comes back to setting the edge, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and they were perfect in setting the edge there.
And the funny part is, both sides of the ball talk about it. The offense has to set the edge so you can get outside. The defense wants to set the edge to control things so they can kick the run back inside.
Offense wins there.
Offense won big.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll run a toss play to Michael. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding clock. But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move them.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Jake Ryan in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there at 22.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember the first time I met him. He was playing for USC, and when I got introduced...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Clay Matthews coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. On 2nd down, here's Palmer. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
Caught by Nelson. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson, 57 yards. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route.